the DMV first warn day. We're going to get right over to meteorologist Damon Matson for a full look at our forecast. And Damon, it's good to see that the weather was slightly improving in parts of St. Mary's County. But over here, are we seeing our weather get any better?
Yeah, indeed, Toast. And most of the entire region here, the entire DMV, is really starting to see some calmer conditions. That bit that just clipped through St. Mary's County was only the very southern edge of that line that is now moving off to the east. And to show some of this improvement, these flood watches, we still have some in effect until 6 p.m. back toward the D.C. metro, north central Maryland, over into parts of northern Virginia. But across the I-81 corridor, the Shenandoah Valley, a sign of that improvement. The flood watches have been dropped out to the west there, and we should see some of our counties to the east, and including the D.C. metro, follow suit here soon. Now, the tornado watch that was issued earlier this afternoon also still in effect until 7 p.m. down across King George, St. Mary's, Calvert counties, but would not be surprised if this gets dropped here very shortly by the National Weather Service, as again, the main part of this line of stronger storms, it has now moved on across the Chesapeake Bay toward the eastern shore. So things have certainly cleared up now across the entire DMV after a little bit of an active afternoon. We take a closer look even across Calvert County, where just about 10 to 15 minutes ago we still had some steadier rainfall. That is now over with as that activity continues to push toward the eastern shore. Zooming back out across the district here, we certainly could see a few pockets of lighter rainfall, some drizzle. We're getting that down towards Stafford and parts of Charles counties, but that's about it really here, folks, in terms of any sort of steadier precipitation and storms. And of course, I want to point out these active flood warnings, one of those in particular going right through the heart of Frederick with the Monocacy River there. These flood warnings will continue to remain in effect through the night tonight and into the day tomorrow for some of these warnings, including in Frederick County, until those water levels start to drop. So you still have to watch out there for some flooded areas, flooded roadways. Again, if you encounter that, turn around, find another way to go until these water levels start to go down. And they should, as conditions will start to improve a little bit. There's that line of thunderstorms again. It's gone, folks, as we head into the later evening hours. At worst, we're only going to see an occasional shower or two crossing the area, but that is it in terms of any sort of strong storm activity. The worst of that has now moved on. And as we go into the day tomorrow, well, we can expect a few more showers to start to develop and make their way toward us as the center of this storm system. It's still rotating away up toward the Great Lakes, and we'll get some of the residual effects from that. So don't necessarily put the umbrellas away just yet. Here we go. 11 a.m. tomorrow, we get some of that leftover activity to move across the region. These will be widely scattered. We may even have a few rumbles of thunder mixed in with this, and you might see some grapple or little bit ice pellets coming out of these storms here. It's not going to be hail, but again, we're going to potentially see all of that with this activity tomorrow afternoon, but this is not going to be enough rainfall to cause any other major flooding issues, thankfully enough. But you'll just have to watch for that scattered activity. And then across some of our mountain locations, it is still early April after all, and as temperatures drop, we're going to see a good burst of snowfall along that much higher terrain late Thursday going into Thursday night, while the rest of the area begins to dry out. And yes, folks, we will also have some wind in the mix with this as well. It will turn quite breezy through your Thursday, Friday, even lingering a bit into your Saturday. But finally, by the second half of the weekend, things improve greatly. We'll see sunny skies, calmer conditions, and warmer temperatures as we bounce back into the 60s by early next week.